So NBA 2K26 has been out for a couple weeks now, and I think it's a good kind of time to have some first impressions on the game and really give my opinion on it. And I'm just gonna come out and say it. You can probably tell from the video, the title of this video, but I think NBA 2K26 is literally almost perfect, and I think this is one of the best 2Ks we've had in a pretty long time, in my opinion. And so yeah, let's get into it. And for some context, just so you guys know where I'm coming from, I've been playing 2K for a while. My first ever 2K was actually in 2K17, and yeah, that was like a while ago now. Holy shit. But yeah, that was my first 2K. I wasn't really good. I was like still a kid pretty much. So yeah, I was pretty ass. And I mean, you can tell from the gameplay right now, I am still kind of ass, but I do think I'm at least a little better, and I'm probably like an average player too. So I'm probably average, sometimes above average if I'm playing above my skill level. But yeah, so that's really where I started and how I think I am at the game. And also, my favorite 2Ks are probably 2K19. That was a really good one for me. And an underrated one, in my opinion, and I think people sleep on it too much, is 2K22. I actually had a lot of fun on that game, and I have some of the most hours played on that 2K specifically. And as I'll get into this game now, I think we can start getting into. I think this game is almost perfect and one of my favorites already because it is very similar to 2K19 and 2K22. In both of those games, the gameplay was pretty fast and offense was honestly pretty broken. In 2K19, obviously you had the stretch bigs who could shoot over everyone, the lockdowns who were also broken, but just every build offensively in that game was completely broken. You could fade, the sharpshooters were crazy, like I mentioned. Slashers were good. Just everything in that game was honestly broken. And in 2K22, the second game I mentioned, the builds in that game could also do pretty much everything. And shooting in that game was also not difficult either. If you were open, you were making the shot. If you just timed it pretty much like pretty well, like you didn't have to green everything. You just had to time it pretty well. And I think that's where like shooting should be for a 2K. And now coming to 2K26, it does have the really good offense. Like everything's broken. You can fade, you can shoot easily. Dunking is pretty OP if you have a high dunk build. Just every option is good. And another thing I'd like to mention too is all the heights. Every height in this game is viable. I think you can go from like a 6'3", 6'4" guard. Like the small guards are honestly the best builds in this game if you're actually a high skill player and sweat the fuck out of this game. Like if you're a sweaty player, those builds are like literally impossible to guard. So like you can make those builds. You can make like a 6'6", 6'8" like ISO guard, kind of like what I have. I have a 6'6" ISO guard, and those are like completely viable too, kind of like a do it all build. Those are honestly probably like the best build for like a casual or above average player because you're kind of like good at everything, and it's just not, in my opinion, it's not a hard play style. You really just score. And yeah, so those builds are good. And then even taller, like 6'11" stretches are back. Like these guys can just fade, and like they're a sleeper build. You don't see many of them out there, but you're starting to see a little bit more of them because people are starting to realize those builds are low key more deadly than the 7'4s because they can actually move pretty quick and they can fade at a high rate because they have shifty shooter. So you got those builds, and then, and as I already mentioned, you have the 7 footers and the 7'4s who are also insane. So yeah, I think just there's a lot of options in this game, and you really can't go wrong with any build that you make, which has been a problem in the past couple 2Ks. Like in the past couple 2Ks, you've had to make the certain meta builds, which is it's really not that fun. And some of the 2Ks that I hate the most, like 21, like everyone's rocking the same build in 21. Like that is not fun. In 23, everyone's rocking 6'9s. Like no, that is not fun. Like when everyone's on the same build, it's really not that fun. And the build diversity really helps with the replayability of the game. And I think 2K26 has done a great job on that. And the reason for that is because the way the gameplay is. And the core gameplay of 2K26 is honestly how I think every 2K should be. The dribbling is good. You can speed boost in any direction. You don't have to be like a 6'3" guard to speed boost. You can actually speed boost at on every build pretty much. Like I've seen 7'4s like be able to speed boost a little bit after off that behind the back, right? So you can speed boost like off any build. Obviously, the taller you are, the slower your speed boost is, but you can still do it. And I think that's a really good thing for the build diversity. And also for the core gameplay, I'd say the shooting, like I mentioned before, the shooting is in a really good spot. Obviously, the contest system and people have their opinions on it. They did just recently patch it, and I think after this patch, because I did have my complaints on it, I thought it was kind of ridiculous how people were shooting like over people, like kind of like it was worse than 2K19. And when you guys play 2K19, you know how how it was with those stretches, and it was worse than that. So, but I think with this most recent patch, it is better because you can contest them with your hands. You don't have to jump at literally everything. And obviously there is now some ghost contests, but I personally don't even have a problem with the ghost contest. Like when you get a ghost contest, it's usually just like 5 to 10%. Like I've seen like 15% at the max. Like there's probably been higher ones, but I think it's honestly worth it. And if the ghost contests were giving you like 30% or like 40%, then yeah, obviously that's a problem. But I think a ghost contest that gives a 5 or 10%, like I honestly think that's fine, and I think that should be in the game to be honest. But that's my opinion. So yeah, like the shooting, other than the contest system, I think it's great. Like people are complaining like how the fades are too easy or like everyone's greening because the tempo shooting. But honestly, in my opinion, like that those are just the sweaty players complaining. And from what I've seen, like I think if you're above average or like just an average player, like you want shooting to be easy because people don't realize that the best 2Ks are the ones where you don't have to stress about your jump shot. And I think that's what makes a 2K fun. Like I shouldn't be worried about having like six different jump shot timings or like if I time a shot and it feels good but it's not green, like no, like come on. If I'm open, like it should go in. And obviously if I'm timing it wrong, then it shouldn't. But like if I time it somewhat correctly, then I think I should have a really good chance of making it. Because at the end of the day, like we're not fucking sweaty here. Like we're trying to just have fun on the game. And that might be a hot take, honestly, but in my opinion, if you look at the most popular 2Ks, it's when shooting was not difficult. Like 2K19, like that 2K blew up. Like shooting was pretty fucking easy in that game. Full whites would go in. Like it wasn't hard to shoot in that game. All obviously the classics like 2K17, 2K16 shooting was broken. Everyone was shooting from half court on their sharpshooters. Like not it wasn't really like that difficult. And then 22, I mean that might be an exception. Like not like that wasn't really a popular 2K, but I mean for me I loved it cuz like everything was just broken in that game and shooting was one of the aspects in that game that wasn't uh super hard to do. So yeah, like that's where I stand on the shooting. Like I think it should. I think if they nerf shooting and make it harder to shoot, I think it's gonna be worse for the game because people are gonna start missing shots and then they're not gonna have as much fun in the game and then therefore they're gonna play the game less. So I think they keep shooting the same and I think one thing they should fix though on the defense would be the steals. Like I think steals are fine, and I know they're gonna add the patch in where bumps actually give you not bumps the blitz steals actually give you steals because right now like you I don't even know I haven't been watching my gameplay but I think in my gameplay you've probably seen sometimes where I've dribbled through people or they've dribbled through me like no like those should be steals for sure, but I think the decision to have no like pluck steals and no like canned animations. I think that's a great decision. Like I honestly don't know why they haven't done that in previous 2Ks. Like I don't think people realize the ones who are complaining and wanting those animations back. I don't think they realize how much better the gameplay is without them. Like it's crazy. But I was watching a Laker fan video. I don't know if you guys watch Laker fan, but you definitely should. He's like probably the best 2K info YouTuber out there. Like him and like Badge Plug are the best. But he did mention a good point. Like if like a 7-4, and I don't know what ball handle these 7-4 builds get, but it's definitely low. If a 7-4 build with that low ball handle is dribbling in front of you, you should get those animations because like it makes sense because their ball handle is so low. And like in those circumstances, I kind of agree like I think honestly it should be, but knowing 2K, like if they try to like tweak it like that, then it's just gonna fuck up all the other builds in the game. So I think honestly like just having the blitz steal buff would fix people's complaints about it, and I think it would make steals like in a great spot because I mean blitz steals like they're not even like they should be rewarded, and that should be the way to get steals because in every other year, blitz steals is the only way to actually get steals in a skillful way by just spamming square and getting these canned animations, like anyone could fucking do that if you had a 99 steal, right? So yeah, I think that for defense, like I think that's really all they have to do. And yeah, I mean honestly, that those are kind of everything of all my thoughts about the game. I mean, I think overall, I mean overall, if the game didn't change and it stays how it is today, I think I think it'd still be fine. Like honestly, like everything in the game is really really good. Oh yeah, another thing I didn't even mention, like all like the cap breakers, and you actually have stuff to grind for. I think that's honestly an underrated aspect of this game because there's a lot of stuff to do, and I mean if you're playing the game just like casually and not really like sweating your ass off, you're gonna be doing stuff till like probably December or January, which I think, I mean, that'll keep you on the game and you'll actually have like stuff to work towards, and your build will just keep getting better, which is that what I think. I think that's like a great aspect because in other 2Ks, I mean, I know last year they had the cap breakers, but before that, like in the other 2Ks, like you didn't really have much wiggle room with your build. You made your build and that was it, right? So, and that's another reason why the build diversity is so good, is because of these cap breakers. Like you guys have probably seen the 6.8s. The 6.8 builds with the cap breakers are absolutely insane. Like you're not just getting the plus ones, going from like 94 driving dunk to 99. You're going from like seven. You're going from like 65 speed with ball all the way to 80 with like three cap breakers or four cap breakers. Like it's actually insane. And I think them changing the cap breakers to work like that was a great decision, right? So I'm kind of just rambling on now, but yeah, I mean, I think overall the game is pretty good. If it doesn't change, I think it'd still be in a great spot. And yeah, this is the one of the best 2Ks in years, and overall, I think it's almost perfect. So hopefully they don't screw it up with any patches or anything. And I'll probably be playing this 2K for the whole year, which I haven't done since 22. So yeah, those are my thoughts, and let me know what you guys think below too. Cheers.